Well, good morning. Welcome to the second annual State of the College Report for Edison State Community College. It is always my pleasure to welcome members of the community onto our campus, whether it be here in Piqua, over in Greenville, or soon to our new location in Troy. It is really gratifying to see so many people here this morning from all of the areas of Edison State, and we are grateful for you coming out on this day. Some of you, I think, probably sailed in, a couple of you kayaked in, but thank you again. It really helps to encourage all of us here at Edison State to continue the good work. We did originally plan to hold this meeting in the Robinson Theater, but we felt that the Robin Hood set, we have the Robin Hood play coming up, particularly with the large guillotine, might send the wrong message about the culture of the college and would certainly not be a desirable backdrop for photos. However, I cannot resist starting my talk without a Robin Hood joke. So here's my joke, Wayne. Friar Tuck was a monk. So why did he get involved in a life of crime? It was his habit. Seriously, I do invite all of you to attend our Robin Hood production that is taking place this coming weekend. There are many members of the Edison State team here this morning, and they are here to help you this morning. They are here to help you at any time today or in the future. So my Edison folks, my Edison team, if you'd please stand and give a shout out to those in the back and say hey. We also have many distinguished guests here this morning, and we're grateful for you coming out. I always want to start with my bosses, the Board of Trustees. From the Board of Trustees, and if you'll stand and then we'll applaud when I've got them all. I have, of course, the Chair of the Board, Mr. Tom Milligan. From Darke County, Mr. Darrell Mahaffey. From Darke County as well, Marbella Fletcher. Trustee Gary Bensman from Shelby County. Tammy Baird Gainley from Miami County. Mr. Jim Oda, Miami County. Thank you, Board of Trustees. From the foundation, we have the board chair, Mr. Stan Evans. From the Troy Area Chamber of Commerce, we have J.C. Wallace and Kathy Roeder. Our friends next door from the Upper Valley Career Center, Mr. Tony Trapp and Jason Hawk. From the City of Troy, Mayor Mike Beamish. I didn't see Mike though. He didn't make it yet. From Tip City, Tim Eggleston and Brad Bath. In the City of Piqua, Justin Summer, Gary Hines, and Casey Hines. Gary Huff and Casey Hines. I saw them all. From Shelby County, Tony Bornhurst and Julie Iman. From Miami County, Greg Simmons, Lee Williams. Commissioner Bud O'Brien. Commissioner Jack Evans. From Darke County DD, Mike Basecker and Rodney Willis. Darke County Commissioner Mike Stiegel. From the Ohio Department of Education, Mr. Gary Cates. And from the Ohio Auditors, State Auditor's Office, Carrie Bartnick. We tried to cover all our officials. Is there anyone, elected officials, that stand up? Okay. Also among our most distinguished guests here today are our Edison State alumni. Who here is an Edison alum? If you'd stand, please. Heather has a gift for you. The Edison State mission statement guides everything that we do, and it sets the benchmarks for our activities. I'd like to invite our distinguished alum, Mr. Greg Simmons, to read the mission statement, please.
Edison State Community College provides the learning opportunities, support services, and commitments that enable students to complete their educational goals and realize their dreams.
Thank you. The theme for today's presentation is providing direction through partnerships. You will see this is the theme that's carried all through the flyer that is provided for you and other documentation that we brought today and in my presentation. Also, all the information that I'm covering today is somewhere in that flyer. So you can sit back, listen, please ask questions, feel free along the way, and we also do have time at the end of the presentation for questions as well. The Edison State Business Plan that supports our mission is to position Edison State as a vital component of the growth and success in our region. Our key strategy in this plan is partnerships. Our key value supporting this strategy is a commitment to quality. So we're going to briefly look at our current strategic plan. Our plan has 3 themes. The themes are valuing people, helping students learn, and understanding the needs of our stakeholders. Under those 3 themes, we have 6 end goals, and these goals are set by the Board of Trustees. The goals are organizational efficiency and effectiveness, innovation and continuous quality improvement, student success and completion, access and affordability, workforce development, and growth and partnerships. The President's Council of Edison State each year meets and decides on one project that supports each of those 6 goals. So every year we work on 6 projects and we focus on those 6 projects to achieve those end goals that the Board of Trustees have set for us. So this year, the 6 projects that we are working on this budget is for you. This is bringing budget information down to each of our departments on the individual level so that they understand what the budget is and also that the college as a whole understands what our budget goals. Edison State maintains a CFI number, which is the index number of our viability, of over 4.1. A perfect score is 5, and last year, actually our CFI for the year was a 5. We maintain a very strong fiscal position so that we are not vulnerable to changes in the economy, changes in our enrollment, and our major goal of our budget is to continue to provide good salaries for our staff and keep our talent. The second project is supporting College Credit Plus process implementation. College Credit Plus students, dual enrollment students, make up 40% right now of the Edison State enrollment, and we continue to grow those partnerships. So we focus on quality information. We focus on engaging the parents in particular in the decision-making process for our students, and also making sure that the students understand both the pros and the cons of College Credit Plus. The next project is Guided Pathways, GPS, our Guided Pathways solution. This is the career emphasis for all of our students. Every student that enters Edison State defines a career so that they understand what their ultimate goal is, whether it's at Edison or continuing on to a 4-year program, but they need to focus on a career. We don't want them just experimenting in classes, and so we just help them decide that area, and then we work through a plan with them and follow through with that plan. Partnering for populating the path to completion, that's our enrollment initiative. So we are trying to diversify our enrollment. In particular, we are trying to increase the enrollment of adult students 25 and older. There are many, many people who are working right now in jobs where they are really, their talent is underutilized. They need to understand that if they come back to Edison State, within a short time, they can be in a professional career path. And we can get them there with even sometimes the 16-week certificates, all the way up again to a 4-year degree. So we focus on those students, we focused on outreach for those students. This past spring, we did increase our enrollment in this area by 1%, which is moving that needle in the right direction. The next project is Edison State Works. This is our outreach project to all of our business partners. It has 2 components. One is bringing businesses to campus in our Edison State Works space, which hopefully a lot of you have seen. It is space dedicated to businesses to come on campus and meet with small groups of students, go into classrooms, bring the students down to them. The other component of Edison State Works is bringing education to the businesses. And we have several programs where we are embedded at a business location providing education. The last is collaborating for mutual benefit. This is a concept for Edison to go into the community again. We don't need to be building new facilities, but reutilizing facilities, partnering with other institutional entities, and making sure that we're very efficient with our expansion. And we'll have some very specific examples of that. This year also, we're looking at our strategic plan. And so the new strategic plan will be activated in 2019. I think many of you here today have been in our focus groups, and we really thank you for taking the time to be in those focus groups. We are still gathering data for the strategic plan, so if there's anyone here today that wasn't in a focus group and would still like to provide us feedback for that strategic plan, please see Heather, and she'll get you a survey. We really want as much participation as possible in our strategic plan data gathering. So, given that our key strategy is partnerships, I have some examples of what those partnerships look like for Edison State. We have partnerships with individual, community, and business donors. Many of you know we received a recent generous gift from Pat and Tom Robinson. However, Pat and Tom Robinson have not only been recent partners, but they have been partners with Edison State for many, many years. They are true partners. They work with us to keep Edison State moving in the right direction. Our business and community partners provide ongoing support through funds for equipment and specialized software, among other items. A key indicator for us of our community support is the level of engagement between the community and our foundation. The Edison Foundation is functioning at an incredibly high level, which is indicated by the success of our 2017 holiday evening. The 2017 holiday evening netted the highest level of scholarship funds in the history of the event, over $60,000. The members of the foundation provide strong representation from Darke, Miami, and Shelby counties. We are currently engaged in our Illuminate the Future annual campaign. The internal campaign reflected a new high in employee giving, and the current external campaign has already doubled the donations from last year. But please don't be shy. We do have Illuminate the Future donation cards in the back of the room, and pick one up on your way out so you don't miss a chance to contribute. We have many partnerships with Premier, Upper Valley Medical Center, Wayne Health, Kettering Health, Wilson Health, and Dayton Children's Hospitals. These are really the core of our health services in the area. And again, we are working with each and every one of these entities. The quality of our Edison State health programs is well known to all area providers, and our graduates are in demand. The Edison State nursing program just received, I mean in the past couple days, a full 5-year accreditation from the Ohio State Board of Nursing. This is the highest level possible for programs from either 2- or 4-year colleges. Our health partners are assisting us in ongoing programs, along with guiding us in our priorities into new program development. There are many, many new job and career areas opening up in the health area, some of which haven't existed in the past 2 years. So our health partners are really helping us to provide and get ready the pipeline for the future, not just what's needed now. Edison State is one of the largest partners in Ohio College Credit Plus, or dual enrollment initiative. We continue to add partners from an expanding region due to our reputation for student service and the consistent high quality of our instruction on campus, and our support for not only the students, but our connections with the high school faculty. This past year, we implemented a new approach to partnering with high school counselors. We have actually embedded our student service staff in the high schools on a regular basis. Students can have their questions answered immediately, have documentation reviewed on the spot, and high school counselors are kept in the loop continuously on the College Credit Plus standards and processes at Edison State. At Edison State, College Credit Plus is not a peripheral or add-on program. College Credit Plus is one of our main enrollment pipelines for high school students, and we treat our College Credit Plus partnerships with the resources and the focus that they deserve. As many of you know, this past year we launched our agricultural degree program. We are partnering with Greenville High School for some of the agricultural labs, and now we have a new partnership with Arcanum Schools. We are partnering with the Arcanum Schools multi-use community building, part of which will be physical training facilities and part of which will be FFA programs. And so we are a proud partner in that program, and that will provide the opportunity for greenhouse and soil coursework, which will be added to our agriculture curriculum. I think one of the best examples of leveraging partnerships as a strategy is the development of our new campus location in Troy. Edison State is not interested in building standalone facilities. These facilities tend to be expensive and inefficient. We are, however, interested in the reuse and partnering of a facility. This facility in Troy that formerly provided higher education for Miami Jacobs is just the type of expansion that Edison State seeks. The focus of the Troy campus will start with healthcare, and we are closely partnering with Dayton Children's Hospital, who will begin offering outpatient services at the Troy building starting this summer. As we continue to review our partnerships, we also try to take full advantage of the tech center next door. We have a new articulation agreement with Upper Valley Career Center that will grant over 20 hours of credit for transfer students in high school and adult education programs. These will transfer into our manufacturing and engineering related programs. We are hoping to take this template to the Miami Valley Career Center as well, given that we have many Darke County students attending that center. A really exciting new program for Upper Valley and Edison State is the development of a vet tech program with a transfer option. Once again, Edison State is able to efficiently launch a new program via an agreement to share facilities with Upper Valley Career Center. I want to extend my thanks to Dr. Luce, who has always been an excellent partner with us, open to sharing facilities and very open to sharing programs. We could not have the efficiency that we have without her support from the top and that culture of sharing. We have some partnered with businesses. Our Center for Workforce Development and Education works a lot with incumbent workers, helping especially floor managers to be successful supervisors. We bring the education to our partners. We have embedded classrooms in KTH. We are working to embed curriculum with Hobart Industries and work with their instructors to become our instructors. And we are rapidly responding to local needs, such as providing ESL programs for workers at Weaver Eggs. We also partner with the state. We just received an apprenticeship grant from the state, and we are launching those apprenticeship programs throughout the region. Well, and we have our new coordinator, Brandy, if you would stand. She's our coordinator of apprenticeships and workforce learning programs. Brandy's position is possible through the grant program, and then we have a commitment to keep her on full-time. We also had a big success with our short-term certificate advocacy at the state level. The state now provides $7 million across the state for students to be trained in short-term certificates. These are certificates in phlebotomy, CNC programming, high-demand programs, but they're not eligible for financial aid because they're too short. I believe that Ohio is the first state to step up and fund these programs so that, again, adults can take advantage of this. They couldn't pay out of pocket before, it just wasn't possible. So they get grant funding, they get a scholarship to enter the program, and then again, we launch them in a good career and they stay in this area. We also have a grant known as the EAGLE program, and this is our partnership to allow students, high school students and young adults with intellectual disabilities to come to Edison State and explore careers here and see how far we can take them with higher education. And we really are looking forward to this partnership with all of the developmental disability providers in the area. The willingness of other educational institutions, business and community members relies on the Edison State demonstration of quality and our record of student success. Our partners know that their investment in time and resources with Edison State has an impact. So our key value is quality. And up here we have our 5-year success rate. And it demonstrates what we felt, it demonstrated the continuous quality of Edison State. So you can see that some of the other colleges in the area are up and down, but we continue to improve, and in FY17, our 5-year success rate is 88%. That means that any student entering Edison State after 5 years, they have succeeded in a degree, a certificate, or have successfully transferred to a 4-year institution. When a student enters Edison, they succeed. And this is a tribute to our staff and our faculty and the resources that we put into student success. And not just 1 year, but it is the culture of Edison State to have students succeed. We wanted to bring forward our new banking certificate as an example of our ability for rapid response. And again, I would ask anyone who's in the room today, when you hear businesses talking about a need that they have, especially for training, workforce, specific training, send them to Edison State. Last year at this time, a banking certificate program was just an idea that was floated to Edison State. We will start our banking certificate courses this summer and have the full certificate program approved by the fall. That's how fast we can move. The banking certificate is an idea to help keep talent in the area, help banks recognize and support in-house talent, as well as attract young professionals through internships. This partnership also went to the next level, and I want to thank Greenville Second National Bank, and represented today by Mr. John Swallow. Greenville National contributed $1,000 to support our short-term certificate grant application, and we are very grateful to them for that. This chart shows our degree success. We wanted to, again, emphasize that at Edison State, even though we have a lot of certificates and short-term training, we are in the business of degrees. Edison State is consistently one of the highest generators of degree completion in the state. We wanted to point out that our level of completion is compared to, you can see, 2008 and 2009. And then you can see where we are in 2017. Typically, it's stated that community colleges are vulnerable to the economy. As the economy goes down, our enrollment goes up. As the economy becomes stronger, community college enrollment goes down. Edison State is committed to shifting that paradigm. We feel that if we become essential and vital to the economy, that in good times and bad times, we will be generating enrollment and still generating degrees and still helping the economy. We feel that this chart demonstrates that even as the economy has become strong, we become stronger. Our intent is to become so vital, so essential to regional businesses that our enrollment may remain stable throughout the ups and downs of the economy. And again, we feel that we are demonstrating headway in achieving those goals. This is part of the study that was done on the impact of higher education from the University of Cincinnati. In your flyers, you have the specific information about Edison State and Edison State's impact on the economy. So the overall impact of higher education in this area in southwestern Ohio is $7.3 billion. And that's the combination of the 2- and 4-year schools. For Edison State, our economic impact in 1 year, 2016, was $67.6 million. Our students spent over $2 million on goods and services in the area directly as a result of their enrollment at Edison State. Edison State has the economic impact of 448 employees across Miami, Shelby, and Darke County, and we have generated over 842 new jobs just as a result of Edison State activity. Okay, so now I'm going to ask you to close your eyes. Oh, that's it. Close your eyes, don't peek. I want you to envision Edison State, the front entrance, the West Hall, a little bit of snow out there. Okay, now open your eyes. So this is what West Hall will look like in 2019. This is the new Robinson Student Career Center. This is the view of the Career Center at night. The Career Center will include upfront services for students and for workers. It'll have a conference room. It'll have student collaboration space and provide a brand new facade for Edison State. We are excited and grateful for this program that will really demonstrate, again, to our students in particular, that Edison State is moving forward. Speaking of moving forward, our future programs at Edison State, the new and approved programs are the AAS in agriculture, and we are reactivating our medical assisting program. This will be housed at the Troy location. Coming soon is the agribusiness certificate in farm management, certificate of banking and the banking degree, our clinical laboratory assistant, medical scribe. Medical scribes are one of these new careers in healthcare. So eventually the idea is that the doctor, won't be sitting there trying to talk to you and enter things in the computer. The scribe will be doing that so that the doctor can focus on you. Short-term technical certificate, of course, our ag program and the building out in Arcanum, and our Edison State campus at Troy that will begin with healthcare, and we think will expand into many other areas, including manufacturing. That concludes my report, and I can take questions. Do we need a mic for questions?
Heather has a small one.
Oh, perfect, okay. Mr. Evans, do you have a question?
Yeah, two questions. Do we do anything special for veterans? And do we have any figures on the results of our internship programs as far as graduating students? Has it been a benefit for them?
The first question was, do we do anything special for veterans? We do. We have a veteran specialist for incoming students. We also have a place on campus that's dedicated to our veterans. And then really over the course of the year, we have special events. I'm looking at some of our veterans here, but we host special events mainly out of the diversity committee that just addresses issues with our veterans. But we do have a specialist that brings our veterans in for us. And then the results of the internships just began in the ones that are under the grant. There is a lot of work and learn programs that we have had historically. Most of our engineering programs, our professional programs have had some type of embedded work experience with them. So in general, we've always had a lot of activity in that area. But specifically under the grant, we had 6 placements, internship placements in the fall, and then we've had another 8 for this. So now they're just in their first year, so they won't be graduating until next year. Having good activity, but looking forward to more. Questions? Yes.
Dr. Larson, the ag program at Dark County, do you see it growing not only in Dark County, but to the other campuses as well?
Absolutely. If you had that request to, in some, of course, the general courses we offer everywhere. But that ag program right now with Professor Lentz is housed over there in Dark County just because we wanted that to be the central area. Plus, Dark, the activity, the ag activity in Dark is so high. But we plan to, as that program grows and as the need grows, we're going to bring all of those courses everywhere. We're most really excited about the Arcanum partnership because that's a southern area of Dark that really, we haven't had a lot of activity with them. So that's exciting for us to have that partnership and have that visibility there. Professor Lentz, I don't know if you have anything to add to that. This is our ag professor.
I'm good.
You mentioned potential future manufacturing. What are your thoughts? What do you think that may be?
Yeah, we have just such a high need in the manufacturing area for workforce development. And we have seen, and that's been really rewarding at Edison State, an increase in the enrollment in our manufacturing and engineering courses. And that is a result of the work in K through 12 to really help students and their parents understand what good careers there are in manufacturing. And that work has been ongoing for many years. So it's a slow move. Those students, they start with them in middle school. Now we are seeing those students as they're getting into high school enrolling. We are, I think, at full capacity now with our engineering programs, whereas 2 years ago we were running maybe 2 courses. So we've expanded those areas, and now we're seeing that enrollment in that area. We're looking at that Troy location. There's 60,000 square feet of space. If anyone's familiar with it, it was a former big box. Right now, Dayton Children's will take about 12,000 and maybe expand a little. We'll be in another 12. But there's still room for expansion there, and we're still looking at manufacturing programs in that location. We just needed to start with healthcare, get that going, and then see what the next phase is for us. But we're still looking to respond to that. I think the apprenticeship programs, especially Upper Valley, has the connections with a lot of manufacturers in their pre-apprenticeship program. So trying to get those students to continue on into the college, I think, again, is another approach that's going to respond to that. But it's a slow move, but definitely the K through 12 work is really, really paid off. And now we just need to get into the incumbent workers. We try to tell every student at Edison, you should not be flipping burgers. If you're in an Edison State course, there is definitely a job for you that's better. Trying to instill that, and then trying to help someone be able to switch from that type of job, you know, a minimum wage job, into a career path. But it's that balance of investment. So that's where any type of the scholarships that we have, any type of grants that we have for financial aid, that's the key. So those scholarships are really the key, and again, anyone that supports our scholarships, that's where that money's going.
Yes, I noticed that some of the area community colleges are now offering a 4-year degree. Is that something on the horizon?
There, the 4-year degree, so it was, Ohio passed, whatever the budget bill, it was in one of the legislations that it allows community colleges to apply to provide a 4-year degree. So within that legislation, it was not guaranteed that everyone would get approved, but it was, we were given permission to apply. So there were 5 community colleges that applied. There was about 9 degree programs that they promoted to the state. I believe 5 of them now have been allowed to go to the next level. So they are niche, I would call them, you know, niche programs, which is what they were looking at. 2 from Sinclair, aviation and the drone program. Lorraine was, let's see, no, and Cincinnati, I think, got culinary, and I think Lorraine got like a mechatronics, mechaelectronics, and a land survey. So they're, you know, limited programs. For Edison State, again, our main focus is doing what we do well, which is short-term training and associate's degrees. And again, we are in the business of degrees and degree success. And truly, those associate degrees, in many cases, are the key and what's needed for a good job. I mean, they're the ones that are in demand. So we focus on those, and we want to maintain the focus on the value of those 2-year degrees. We have a student in our engineering tech, they go out and make $50,000, $60,000 a year. They are in demand. So we want to maintain that focus. So we haven't really ventured into the 4-year. There's a partnership that we may have with a college for physical therapy. But other than that, we want to keep our focus on the 2-year. Unless, you know, again, if there's a niche demand that isn't being filled, we're always open to that. But right now, we're going to use this 2-year and just doing it well.
Just like to, again, on behalf of the board, thank everyone for coming. And, you know, I think you can see from today's presentation from our president, we're doing everything we can to connect and provide what we do for the community and to lift the community up. Certainly, any of you can always reach out to board members in your own counties because we are eyes and ears for you all as well to make sure we're doing well. And I have to congratulate Dr. Larson. She's been a great leader. We've got a great team, and I think we're all being well served. So, thanks.
Thank you very much. And yes, it is a team effort. I really have to emphasize that everyone who works at Edison State takes a personal responsibility for student success. And that is the key. That is, again, we can tell you when a student comes into Edison State, we take care of them, we make sure they succeed. That's what we are dedicated to. And I'm always proud to be affiliated with Edison State because of that, and knowing that we are dedicated to students. So, again, our contact number is up there. Please feel free, again, to talk to any of the Edison State staff or contact us with needs. We're always looking for those new partnerships. So thanks again for coming. Have a great day.